everyone, I'm back. It's my first week at Lyft. As of today, the day I'm filming this, it's going to be my third day. So the first 2 days we just went over orientation and got stuff set up, and hopefully things are going to be ramping up soon. I'm looking to learn a lot, grow a lot, and do a lot. So yeah, very excited. But maybe I'll talk more about work in another video. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts on traveling because over the winter break, I went to China for 3 weeks, and I feel like through traveling you gain like some insights, or you have some thoughts that don't really occur to you before you travel. Definitely for me, when I was little, my parents weren't really that big on traveling, and I really like to play games at home. So that's pretty much what I did. I just played Pokemon on my Game Boy. And it wasn't until I started interning that I met friends that were into traveling. And also when I started making money, I could buy my own plane ticket to go places. And also it's because my manager from my first internship was really big into traveling, so he invited me to go to Yellowstone, Grand Teton. If you saw my solar eclipse video, he was the one that invited me to go. And also like he took me snowboarding a lot. But anyway, so the first thought that I had when I started traveling was that the world is really big and I'm really small. If you live in the same place your whole life, or you don't really go out that much, I started to feel like I was in this little bubble, and I didn't even know that. But then when I started traveling, I was like, oh wow, there's like a lot more people in this world than I thought, like a lot more. And I really realized that when I went to like different countries, and I was like, oh man, people in Canada, like they exist. But yeah, so not only did I feel small, I felt like my problems were also small. So what I mean by that is when I'm like facing hardships, or when something's really bothering me, sometimes you feel like, oh, why is the world so unfair? But then when I traveled and I see all these people walking around, I'm like, dang, my problems probably aren't just unique to me. Everyone's facing their own problems, and I guess it kind of makes me feel like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I'll get over it, just like how all these other people are still living, and how all like the people in the past also have problems and they also got over them. The other thought I had was that the world is just so big, and there's just so much to see. There's so many countries in this world, right? And then every country has so many cities or states, and then cities, and then every city has so many things to see. Like I went to China, I went to 7 cities this time. So I went to Hangzhou, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, Macau, Zhuhai, and then Beijing. And the city that really stood out to me the most was Hong Kong. It was like unlike anything I saw before. I felt like I was dropped in a movie, and the buildings are like, there were buildings everywhere. They were like super high, very dirty, very old, and like shit ton of people everywhere. And then at night, there were like neon lights everywhere. Even around 11 or 12 p.m. there's still like shit ton of people out there. And then it was like raining, and it was just like, it really felt like it was getting dropped in another world. I think my friend said it has like the cyberpunk feel, and I guess I'd agree. My friend that's studying abroad right now also said like the nightlife and the party scene there is just like completely different, and the culture. The dim sum was really good. Yeah, so and I guess like you would never know that something like that exists. Like you could read about it, you could watch videos about it, but being there is just another story. That was Hong Kong. When I went to Shenzhen, we went to like one of the provinces nearby, and we went to this like really old and dirty looking restaurant, and we sat outside on the patio, and the atmosphere was just like from one of those old Chinese movies. There was this big table, there was a lot of food, it was good and it was cheap, and then like there were like these drunk guys next to us drinking and like flirting with the waitress, and like when I looked behind me there was just like a dark street with like tall buildings, and it was just like a very different feel from America. So those are just a few examples to name a few. It just gave me this feeling that every city was so unique, and I was only in each city for a few days, so I didn't feel like I was able to fully experience each city. And I felt like even if I visited multiple times, there would still be a lot I didn't see. So it leads me to this thought that I love to travel, and there's no way I can see everything I want to see in this world if I work. So if I trade my time for money, I'm going to be working a lot and I won't have enough time to do all this traveling. Like, I barely broke the surface for Asia and haven't even seen Europe yet, or South America and Africa and Antarctica. Every time I travel, it sort of motivates me to continue to find more ways to generate passive income. Obviously, I'm just starting out, so I can't give any tips on that because I don't even know. I'm just trying shit out and I don't know what works and what doesn't. But that's the goal, and I feel like everyone should aim to first, I guess, work, right? And then after that, find ways to generate passive income so you don't have to work, so you could make money even though you're partying in Hong Kong. So yeah, that's just a quick video on two thoughts that came up when I traveled. One is that I felt very small and my problems felt very small. Like, if I can't get a girl that I really like, it's like very fun now, right? Like very, very stressful. But then as you travel, you just see like, oh, pretty girls are everywhere, you know, or pretty guys are everywhere for my female viewers. So yeah, so that's like an example of a problem that you might think is like very unique to you and very big, but then it's actually like small. The other thing is there's so much to see in this world, and it's almost impossible to see all of it if we have to work, if we have to trade our time for money. So it motivated me to try to look for more ways to generate passive income. And yeah, so that's this video. I have plans to make videos. I said in my New Year's resolution that I wanted to make a video every 2 weeks, but I'm hoping that I can make a video every week. Please stay tuned. I want this channel to grow organically, so I don't ask for subs, but I hope that people love my content, and I'm always learning and growing as I keep making more videos and get more comfortable talking. So I hope people resonate with my ideas, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.